better. It doesn't matter, it's just nice anyway if you can't hear it, you know. You're among friends.
We're selling blank CDs later if you want to come.
See, she can't hear it, it doesn't matter what I play. Is that wrong? That's right. That's right.
But I love it. Yeah.
This is my body. This is my mind. These are my feet.
Here we are at the Big Green Gathering in Somerset. The Green Gathering is a festival powered by the wind and the sun. I'm here promoting Lammas and exploring renewable energy solutions for our homes.
None of it is wrong. None of it is bad. We are born in innocence, and we're doing the best we can.
I think there's a need for a community, actually quite a big community, rather perhaps even bigger than Lammas, that was entirely off-grid and that could show people that you can live quite successessfully powering yourself from renewable energy. The best answer to the pro-nuclear people is to just go ahead and do it and live off-grid from renewable energy. I mean, anybody who's done it knows that you just consume far less electricity and power than you otherwise would, simply because it's not all there at the flick of a switch.
These are my dreams.
The Big Green Gathering has grown into being Britain's largest green environmental festival. And a unique thing about it is that it's run entirely on renewable energy, wind and solar power, a little bit of bicycle power, and it's therefore an example to people of how much you can do, how easily, with small-scale renewable energy technology. The renewable energy technology is all over site, powering venues for music and performance, theatre, cabaret.
I live at Kings Hill, which is a collective of people living between Shepton Mallet and Glastonbury. And what's unique about Kings Hill is it was the first place in England to be given permanent planning permission for low-impact dwellings. One of the things I like most about Kings Hill is the fact that we're off-grid, so I feel very independent. And we have 3 solar panels on our roof, which feed into a battery bank. There are 5 batteries holding the power, and in the summer we have as much power as we could possibly want, and in the winter you have to ration it, so that's frustrating actually. Kings Hill is fantastic for children. There's so much open space and no risk of cars, and so there's a lot of freedom for them, a lot of wildness. I think it's a really fun place for the kids to live. I heard about Lammas. I think it's groundbreaking. I think it stands a good chance, so I think that people are really very focused on what they're trying for. I think it stands a damn good chance of succeeding and getting planning permission, because there is such a need for low-impact, affordable homes and housing. So, yeah, good luck. That's what I say.
We are born in innocence, and we're doing the best we can. None of us are wrong.
Solar energy sounded great, but in the UK? How about Spain? We needed a holiday. just south of Granada, is SunSEED, a community offering energy solutions through what they call appropriate technology.
What is this?
This is a parabolic dish. It's used to concentrate the rays of the sun onto a central point, rather like a satellite dish will concentrate parallel rays and focus them on one point. And so our pot here is on the focal point, and if we imagine this is a sphere, it would be the center of the sphere, so this is part of a sphere. It's incredibly powerful. It can boil a litre of water in 10 minutes. It's made from scrap materials that we found around here, and it's a great demonstrator of how powerful the sun is.
At SunSEED, they didn't waste a thing.
Everything in the village is recycled, and as gardens person, it's my responsibility to make sure all the nutrients in the community are recycled, which means I have to take care of the toilet. But here we have a traditional North Vietnamese compost toilet, which basically means that we separate the urine and the feces to try to keep it aerobic decomposition. I am of the mind that it's best to take out the compost after about 6 months to a year and then bring it out into the open air and compost it further to kill off any pathogens or anything else that might be in it. And then I'd be very careful about where I put it. I wouldn't put it with root crops, for instance. I would, preferably, if it wasn't needed in the gardens, I'd put it around fruit trees. If not, I would put it on plants that grew quite tall and where there would be no connection between the compost and the leaves. Human manure, I think, is a very valuable resource that we waste too much of.
Fascinating. I was learning how eco-villages were about living with the cycles of nature and sharing resources. We seem to have lost that in our world of cars, supermarkets and television.